Hey guys, Sweet and Sour have finally made an FPL and we want you to get involved.
Absolutely. Cash prizes for first, second, and third, along with random prizes throughout the entire season. So, what are you waiting for? Come and show us what you've got.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Again, we are doing another combined 11 from match day 2 of the Premier League. If you didn't watch it last week, me and Scott pick what we believe is our team of the week, and then we debate it on screen with you guys. Well, not with you guys, but maybe one day we'll do this as a live, but it's really complicated for me anyway, because I'm just a novice when it comes to anything IT related. This is what we're going to do. Just like last week, as you can see on the screen, we have a team of keepers, defence, midfield, and forwards. Now, last week we agreed on 7 players, so we had to debate 4 players and effectively get our point across as to why we think they should go into our combined team of the week. This week, there are more players to choose from. We only agree on 6. It's going to be interesting, Scott.
Going to be a lot of debate, isn't there? But let's get straight into the ones we do agree on then.
You should be able to see it.
No, next screen.
Oh, there we are.
There we go. Right then, guys, so as you can see, these are the ones that we do agree on, and what we're going to eventually do is drag and drop the other ones in so we get our combined 11. Of course, we're going to have to debate them out, so it's going to be interesting. But anyway, straight into the ones that we do agree on. Obviously, Duffy, for me, had to go into the team. He got the headed goal against Liverpool, against a headed goal against Liverpool. I'm having a mare there. He got the headed goal at the weekend. My head was slightly elsewhere then.
You're speaking about different players.
I know. I don't know what I was on about then. He also got a clean sheet. And as we know, his career was pretty much over at Brighton last year. He went to a loan move to Celtic, and that really didn't work out. So for him to come back and just after 2 games, Graham Potter's now saying, you've got a long-term future at Brighton. That is something he said to the reporters. He made it kind of into our team of the week last week as well. So, yeah, straight back in, another great performance. Let's move straight on to Reece James. There's not much to say, is there, really, about him. 1 goal, 1 assist. It was a thunderous shot, wasn't it, as well, especially for a defender. I think he just showed his best qualities going forward and defensively in this game week, and that's why, for me, Reece James has to be the right back that's in there.
I don't disagree. I think he could be my player of the week, in fairness. Guys, coming on to Neves now. Yes, we are Wolves fans, but hear us out, please. Hear us out. For you Wolves fans that are watching this, of course we had to put him in. You're loving it. Listen, guys, he was on the losing team, but he's not the reason we lost. If Adama was a good footballer, he would have an assist to his name. He had 19 long ball attempts. 16 were accurate. 5 key passes. 1 of them was for the Adama one-on-one chance. He won 7 duels. This guy just does this every single week. One of the highest distance covered as well. So for me and for you, Scott, he has to go in.
Yeah, definitely. He has to go in. For me, as you say, he was the star of the show despite us losing. Of course, moving on to a team that didn't lose, West Ham. Benarama, he had to go straight in the team. West Ham as a whole just looked so good last night. Of course, we've already got one other player in there, Antonio. And as you can also see, we'll be on about Moyes in a minute. But yeah, Benarama himself, I was really impressed with his assist last night. He hit that cross first time, and I think that was crucial for the goal. And then, of course, he goes and bags the goal himself, making it 2-2. And he just looks so much better compared to last year already, doesn't he, really?
I think he's one of those confidence players. I can't agree more. Coming on to a player that, in my opinion, is also a confidence player, and that is Gabriel Jesus. What a game. 2 assists, a 93% pass success rate, which of course is such a key for Guardiola and keeping the ball, keeping, you know, their kind of flow in motion, if you will. He also had 3 key passes. So I think his all-around game was good. I think he has to add goals. But listen, he deserves to be in this combined 11 for the team of the week.
Yeah, definitely. And what I thought was impressive about Jesus is obviously, you know, all transfer windows basically been spoke about being replaced. So he's definitely, you know, he's definitely made a mark for himself there. Of course, another striker that made a mark for himself, Antonio. This guy just keeps getting better and better. He's become West Ham's leading all-time Premier League scorer last night. I believe it was his 49th goal. And I mean, his performance, I don't know which was more impressive, his performance or the celebration, but both of them get to go in the team of the week for me.
I mean, you wanted him in the team last week, but I did manage to convince you that Richarlison deserved it.
I did concede that one, but there's no arguments this week, I'm sure.
There is no argument this week, absolutely. And I don't think you can argue with his manager. I think his manager has to go in, doesn't he? Should we just do that now? There's only one there.
Let's get that move straight across.
Let's make him even bigger. Let's give him a massive fucking head. Boom. David Moyes. Get in, son. I love David Moyes. He's such a legend. And hopefully we'll come back onto him later. But he just got it all right last night. And yes, the red card did help. But they look good anyway. And fair play. It's Moyes there. Scott, this is the important part.
I'm happy for you to go first with this one with the goalkeepers. Let's hear why you want Lloris in.
Yeah, so I want Lloris and you've gone for Alisson. Do you know what? I've given you a lot of stick all day saying I'm not going to let you have any of your picks to go into this week. I probably will let you have Alisson. There's not much to really separate them. They both saved a big chance. Lloris with Adama one-on-one. And I think it was it Barnes, Ashley Barnes, against Alisson. Really got a strong left hand on it. I could quite easily concede this one, to be honest. I think both had a good week. No goalkeeper stood out like there's no way we could pick him. I just thought Lloris.
And I was laughing to myself because this is the one I had in my head, but that's why I led you to go first. I was like, I'm happy to concede this, but I mean, I will put up a fight. I think you've got to remember as well the great first half saves that he made. Chris Woods and McNeil was the other one. And true. I think what was also very impressive is how he handled the aerial battle. Of course, you know, Burnley, they're a very aerial team, aren't they?
That is true.
I think he did extremely well for that. So that's why I wanted to choose Alisson.
I'm going to give it you only because although Wolves had a few chances, we didn't have many clear cut, did we? Like, listen, the best keepers in the world and the best keepers of all time, they could do nothing all game, but that one chance, they need to be switched on. And Lloris was. That's why I gave him the nod. But listen, we weren't as physical in the box as Burnley were. So I'll give you Alisson, in fairness. I will give you Alisson. Coming on to the defence, guys, you can see that we are only 50% done. Now, I agreed with Azpilicueta going in. And literally about an hour ago, I decided, what am I thinking? I think I forgot about him. And that has to be Tsimikas. What a game he had. I can't believe I almost forgot about even giving him a fair crack at the whip here. I must admit, Scott, you've probably forgot as well. That's the reason why you've chose Aspi. We are a serious football channel, okay?
I just thought Azpilicueta had a really, a really good performance for Chelsea. I think the whole of that defence looked really strong. But, he is one. But, do you know what? I'm going to concede. You can have him.
Yeah, listen, I conceded up until... It's a good thing I remembered him because, I mean, that passage where he was on the ground, Tsimikas, and he managed to keep the ball with like 3 Burnley players around him. And not only that, he managed to get out and he just played so well. I mean, he got the assist as well. He won 6 duels. He's not just a player that goes forward and can't get back. I think he had 3 or 4 recoveries as well. So, I mean, listen, if he wasn't having competition with one of the best left backs in the world, you can't really drop him, can you, really?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And I think it's a fair one. I'm going to move on to one which I really do want to debate. And I think you're going to be the same. Joel Matip has to make it in for me. I mean, he showed for me why he's the obvious choice next to Van Dijk. He kept Barnes very quiet, but let me read these stats out. He did not lose one single duel, and there were 12 duels he was involved in, 12 aerial duels. He came out on top on every single one of those, as well as completing 6 clearances. Diaz only has 5 interceptions and tackles combined. I think he had a good game and he was brilliant. He was the main centre-back in that City defence without an argument of a doubt. But Joel Matip was at the centre of that Liverpool defence. Like with Alisson, he really nailed on that aerial duel. And this is the one that I really, really want to put in, to be honest.
Yeah, listen, he did have a good game. Diaz got the assist. Scott, Diaz had a 96% success pass rate. And that wasn't like 30 or 40 passes. It was over 100. I think it was 109 passes successful. Listen, if De Bruyne does that, we're all wanking over him. This is a centre-back. And not only did he get the assist, it was beautiful. What a ball. I mean...
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because it's
like 2 different centre-backs, aren't they?
I mean, almost. That's the argument. What do you want from your centre-back? I really want to put Matip on this one. I think for his defensive abilities, I really want him in for this game's week.
I mean, I didn't know that stat. I think it was 12 battles and he won 12.
Against Burnley as well. That's not easy.
I think, I must be honest though, I do think Ruben Diaz would be a better partner for Shane Duffy, but begrudgingly, I'm going to give you Joel Matip. See how nice I'm being this week. Last week,
I'm starting on a couple of them.
Well, I mean, the next one shouldn't be a contest. Just so the people at home can hear it from you personally. We've got Basuma or Calvin Phillips. Just tell the folks at home who you believe should be there.
So I believe Calvin Phillips should be in there, and I'll go into why after I've let you add your chance. But
Basuma was just incredible. I mean, the Wolves should have signed him. I've said this for so long now. 7 duels won. He got 1 assist as well. He just bossed that midfield, and Brighton don't tend to pack their midfield. So he has to do a lot of work on his own. 100% success rate in dribbles as well. And he also got an 80% tackle success rate with 5 interceptions. So it wasn't like he had the assist and went missing. He worked.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Basuma is a very good choice.
Phillips conceded 2 goals.
No, but none of them were down that central channel. I think he proved why Leeds fans call him the Yorkshire Pirlo. And before anyone starts going in on me, let me show why. 86.4 passing accuracy. What I found really impressive is he made at least, and this is the key word, at least 2 passes to every single player in the team, which I thought was a really impressive stat.
That is good. That is good.
As well as that, he made 14 ball recoveries. He covered the most ground on the pitch. And although he didn't get an assist, he was pivotal to one of the goals. I'm going to propose something here, because who was your first choice in midfield? Because Phillips was my first choice. If Basuma was yours, do we debate taking Neves out and putting them both in?
No, because we both put Neves, so he has to stay. That's the common factor that we have.
Choice.
No, Neves has got to stay, otherwise this whole show's a sham. We're a sham of a channel anyway. I can't believe people watch us. We can't make it worse. We're 2 weeks in and now we're changing the fucking rules. No, Neves has to. And I think Neves had a great game. Listen, if Neves was in that Tottenham team who won, he'd be spoken about by everyone. It's just that he was on the losing team. But go and look at what he did in the game. He was exceptional.
No, I can't. I'll give you that. I just think we're speaking so highly about both of these. I was thinking Phillips was actually my first choice over Neves.
I can't. They're 50-50 for me, Neves and Basuma. I can't accept a man that got a clean sheet with an assist being effectively benched for a man that conceded 2 goals yet again, conceded 5 against United.
But
listen,
I
know.
In all fairness, look, I'm impressed with Basuma as well, so I'll concede on Basuma. Get him in.
Yes, you know it makes sense. It makes sense. Guys, let us know so far. Put it in the comments. I mean, obviously, we know Scott have probably got these wrong, just like last week. But let us know in the comments, and please hit that subscribe button or like button if you haven't already, please. Scott, again, this one, Grealish or Damari Gray.
2 apiece at the moment, just as a heads up.
It is 2 apiece. You are right. This is the decider. I'm going to let you.
I don't really. Yeah.
I'm going to let you go because I think I've won this. I don't think I have to say much.
Yeah, Grealish, he got the first goal for City. I think his celebration. I like that. That was one of those, weren't it? Like, stop your talking. I'm not listening to it. I just think it's a big thing. A bit like why I nearly put Lukaku in if it weren't for the stunning displays by Antonio and Jesus. When you move for such a big price tag, obviously he got a goal. He was quite pivotal as well in the overall sense of the game. But yeah, I just think he had a really good outing, and he was my pick on that left-hand side.
I think it's an easy pick because it's Jack Grealish. He's finally off the mark for City. He didn't play well in the first game. He did for the first 15 minutes.
Listen, it doesn't matter if he played bad for 37 games of the season if he turns up for one.
But I don't think he played well at the weekend either. I mean, you've seen his goal, right?
Yeah, I've seen his goal. It was a bit fortunate, but I think he had an overall good game. Go on, speak to me about Damari.
I thought he was great. I mean, you've got to think this is a player that has been mocked for a long time in the Premier League. He's effectively a meme. He came with a price tag of 1.5 million, which is a bargain. Even if he only gets you 3 goals this season and leaves, nowadays that's a £500,000 a goal. Bloody hell! His goal was so good. He worked so hard as well. I thought he'd lost the chance to actually get his shot away. But listen, I mean, he took 1 shot all game and he scored it. If that is not efficiency, what are we doing here? What are we doing? He also had a 92% pass rate. I just think he was very, very good. He also had 1 interception and I think 3 clearances. So obviously we know Rafa wants all of his players to work hard. And I think he's taken it on board. I think Grealish went missing again. I'm sorry. If you're playing for Man City and your only goal contribution is it bobbles off your cock and goes over the line, I'm not having it. That's why he's out of my dream team. I took him out. If I see 5 City goals and Jack Grealish has got no assists and a dick goal, I'm not having it.
I mean, the dick goal's quite impressive, isn't it? But look, I'll give you Gray. You can have it. I hate to say it, but it's a really good pick. I've got to be completely honest. It was one I considered, but yeah. I think. Do you know what? I think that left-hand side in general, it was a bit like the goalkeeper. I don't think anyone's shone that much. But what we don't want to do, and I'm just going to bring it back to the main screen now to finish off. What we don't want to do is just like put someone random in a position that they didn't play in, but there might be times where we put someone that we know that can play left back in a centre back, like for Azpilicueta, for example. I think Azpilicueta played centre back, didn't he? So I chose him as a left back because most of his career that's where he's played. But what we're not going to do is just put someone that has no business being out on that left hand wing. So, I mean, guys, as normal, let us know.
It's a good team.
Do you agree with our final 11? Did we concede properly? Maybe you feel that I should have put up a more fight for some. Same with James. Could we have taken Neves out and put Basuma and Phillips in? Who knows? But as usual, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel and we shall see you on the next one.
Take care.